Do you believe in parallel worlds? Parallel universes? Do you believe that there's another version of yourself that's doing something completely different, or because of a choice that you made or didn't? These questions are explored in BioShock Infinite. I just got done playing this game again and realizing how deep this game was. Real talk. But before I start, I want to tell you what BioShock Infinite means. What most people don't really understand, how the name BioShock Infinite ties in with what happened in the game. BioShock Infinite. Bio is short for biography. Shock, a sudden, upsetting, surprising event or experience. Infinite, limitless or endless in space. Extent or size, impossible to measure. So if you put that together, you would get a biography of a sudden, upsetting, surprising experience. Limitless and impossible to measure. BioShock Infinite, in so many words, means infinite torture. There's a character in this game named Elizabeth, and her powers are suppressed. She was tortured and housed in a trap. I mean, like in a practically a dungeon, but it's not a dungeon because she can do whatever she wants. You know, it may not look like a dungeon, but it's a dungeon. It's a prison. But she was tortured for her power. Her power was suppressed until, you know, she destroys it and gets all of her power and the full memories of what is and what is to come. She has the ability to open up what we call tears, to go to other dimensions or see the future or work the other timeline. She can go to the realm between realms and go to every possible timeline. But the game is about a man named Booker DeWitt, and he fought in a war, the Battle of Wounded Knee, where he killed a whole lot of natives. It traumatized him. Went to a baptism, but refused. Years later, he ended up giving up his daughter due to massive gambling debts. Gave it away to a man named Robert Lutece, working for a man named Zachary Comstock. Once he realized that he was wrong, he tried to get his daughter back. But there was a crazy incident. Going to pull his daughter away, he's pulling his daughter away from a person that's inside of another dimension, inside of a portal. As the portal begins to close, it severs the finger of the child. Zachary Comstock then raises Booker DeWitt's daughter. Her daughter was named Anna, by the way. He calls her Elizabeth. Then the Luteces, they bring Booker to where Zachary Comstock is. It's a place called Columbia. And it's a city in the sky, hovered by quantum technology, made by the Luteces. The Luteces are with you throughout the whole game, from beginning to the end. And they tell you bits and pieces of what you need to do and the secrets of what's going on. They help you out because they was, let's just say, scattered throughout space and time because of Zachary Comstock. You know, he thought he killed him, but he didn't. So their revenge was to to go back through the timeline and grab Booker DeWitt and take down Zachary Comstock. So this was their plan, to take Booker to Columbia. He fights to get Elizabeth to pay off his debt. He kills Comstock. Then they go through destroying the rest of the tower to get her power. Once she obtains her full power, she teleports Booker to the Rapture, and this was the place in the first game. And it's another timeline before Rapture was destroyed. 313. He finds out the truth that he is Comstock. Now, I bet you're wondering, what the fuck, right? Booker DeWitt becomes Comstock if he would have went with the baptism. Yeah, crazy. And he finds out that Elizabeth is really his daughter. So once all the memories start to come back, you know, he has to die. So it's like, to pay back his debt of giving up his daughter, he has to kill himself, because he realized that he is Zachary Comstock. Now you wonder, okay, I'm confused. So he stole his daughter back from himself in an alternate timeline? Yes. Now, in Zachary Comstock's timeline, when he goes with the baptism, you know, because like he's Booker DeWitt, but like after the baptism, he changes his name and he becomes a religious figure, he becomes smart as fuck, and he meets one of the Lutesses. Now, the female Lutess, she mastered that quantum technology to put the city in the sky. And she knew about the other dimension, so she grabbed herself from another timeline, which was male. Now, once they was doing their shit and they helped Zachary Comstock, and a whole bunch of shit was going down, a whole bunch of secrets was being revealed, Zachary Comstock was tying up loose ends. He killed his wife, and he thought he killed the Lutesses with their own machine. So they were scattered across time and space. So they was like, all right, we're gonna get Booker DeWitt and stop Comstock. So, you know, it's like the game will get confusing if you're not paying attention, because they jump through multiple timelines later on during the game. But going back to the name, BioShock, biography of something upsetting that is limitless torture. This is what they was doing to Elizabeth to make sure her powers stay suppressed and use her powers as exploitation. You know, like, this is how Comstock saw the future of who to choose to grab the child. Now this goes back to Comstock too. Here's what I forgot to mention. See, the only reason why he needed a child is because when he was fucking with the Lutesses and watching their machine work and the power of their city, he got sterile. So he needed an heir to his throne once he died. So he went to an alternate timeline. Told the Lutesses to make an alternate timeline so he can go and get his daughter. Now, the one he chose was this Booker DeWitt that was dumb enough to motherfucking give up his daughter. He exploited that and said, okay, cool. Hey, yo, Robert Lutess, go tell him if you give me your daughter, it'll clear your debt, it'll clear all your sins, nigga, you good. So Booker DeWitt was like, man, bet it up. He paying my shit off. I get to start over from scratch. But then he had that regret. He tried to run, get his daughter, and he had to struggle with her through a fucking portal. And then, you know, she was taken away. You know, So like you can kind of feel like where he coming from in the end. He was like, I'm a find Comstock and I'm gonna smother him, you know. But when he opened up the door and he thinking he's going to smother Comstock, he's at the baptism. And then that's when all of the Elizabeths pop up from different timelines and say, nigga, you are Comstock in many timelines. You are Booker DeWitt in many timelines. This is the crib that you gotta smother Comstock in. So basically, there was like, we all gotta drown you in order for you to pay off your debt. Nigga, you gave up your daughter. But here's what's cool about the game. At least he got to roll with his daughter through the whole game. You know what I'm saying? She helping them out, giving them guns, giving them ammunition, giving them motherfucking magic drinks. Like, yo, nigga, let's get the fuck about this bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That was the cool thing. But it's still bittersweet, you know, because he dies. Instead of being like, I'm gonna make it up to you. We're gonna go to Paris and you're gonna have a father-daughter day and all that shit. Nope. Too much shame, guilt, and regret. Too much shame, guilt, and regret. He had to make it right. Because if all these Comstocks is torturing Elizabeth in all these infinite timelines, then we have to stop it at the root. And when Booker DeWitt realized that he was Comstock, that was just the killer right there. Like, dude. So it goes back to the question that I asked in the beginning. Do you believe that you are someone else in another timeline? Good or evil? I think so now. And they talked about the stars, how you look up at billions of stars that in the game, like, those are not stars, those are doorways. And that's amazing. Infinite timelines, infinite possibilities, constants and variables. Man, that's wonderful. But this is your man Hurricane giving you BioShock Infinite review. And I thought this was a good game. It's a classic game. It came out on Xbox 360. This is how you know it's a classic. You know, I got a PS4, Xbox One, and the 360. You know, them shit. Like, I play all of it. If I feel like playing a classic, I go back to the nostalgia. But this is the BioShock Infinite review. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you like the content. Peace.